Good morning. I kind of start with the assumption that I'm seeing things properly, that my understanding is pretty accurate. So back there, I've got two bird feeders. As a matter of fact, we highlighted them in a previous Words of Hope. One of the first ones, I think the second. And since then, I've been noting that the birds really like the one to the left better than the one to the right. And I was coming up with all sorts of theories that maybe one got a little bit wet and all these different things, and why the psychology of why the birds would like one better than the other. And all of a sudden, and then I went out and I looked at it and I figured out what it was. The one on the right has these little posts that come out of it for the birds to hold on to so they can eat. Well, the squirrels like to attack the bird feeders and they knock the little posts off. So all of my theories were inaccurate. They couldn't get at the food. How accurate is our worldview? How often are we willing to say, God, am I looking at things the way that I really should be? There's a quote by Bruce Cockburn, an old song by him that I really like. It says, "Little round planet in a big universe. Sometimes it looks blessed, sometimes it looks cursed." Depends on what you look at, obviously. But even more, it depends on the way that you see. How well do we see? I was kind of young to have cataracts because I think it was over 7 years ago. I think it was 8 or 9 years ago that I had cataracts. And I had cataracts. If you don't know what they are, it's the lenses of your eyes get clouded up and kind of yellow. Oh my goodness. I was driving home one night on Butterfield and I looked up and there were 3 left turn arrows. And I thought, why would they have 3 arrows up there? When I squinted, it came down to 1. I thought, it's time to go see an eye doctor. He said, you've got cataracts. I said, is it time for surgery? He said, not quite yet. A little bit later, I looked up at a sliver of the moon and I could count 7 slivers of the moon. That's when the doc said, it's time for you to have cataract surgery. And it's amazing. I had 2 eyes done in 3 days. And as soon as I came out of the surgery, the eye was just amazing, the distance that I could see, like I hadn't seen since I was a kid. And I compared the good eye to the bad eye. Unbelievable. I couldn't believe that I'd been driving. It's scary. God can help us with our vision. Jesus said this. I find these words very interesting, and I think that I struggled to understand them for a long time. He says, your eye is the lamp that provides light for your body. When your eye is good, your whole body is filled with light. But when it is bad, your body is filled with darkness. I guess I always kind of thought about the eye going out, but what it's saying is, how does the eye interpret everything that we see? Because that's what fills us. It's really our attitudes and all sorts of other impressions that we have. So Jesus says, make sure that the light you think you have is not actually darkness. If you are filled with light, with no dark corners, then your whole life will be radiant, as though a floodlight were filling you with light. God wants to fill us with his light. But the way that we see is so important. Jesus also said, you have eyes but fail to see. Some people have seen miracles, things right in front of them, but they just go, doesn't faze them. May I suggest to you that Jesus, by the power of his Spirit, by his grace, by his love, he can do something spiritually with our vision that's akin to getting rid of the cataracts, the clouds in our eyes. And if you've ever had cataract surgery, you know what I'm saying is amazing. My prayer for me and for you today is that we might see the world around us, the people around us, as Jesus would have us see them. God bless you. Have a great day.